It's a heartbreaking loss for the entertainment world. Isabelle Izzy Tate, the rising actress who just made her television debut on 9-1-1, Nashville, has died. She was only 23 years old. The news was confirmed by her agency, which shared a heartfelt message honoring the young star. Remember her as full of fire and a fighter. They wrote words that perfectly capture the spirit of a woman who faced enormous challenges with grace, courage, and warmth. Just weeks ago, Izzy had been celebrating a major milestone. Her first appearance on 9-1-1, Nashville marked the beginning of what many believed would be a bright career ahead. Her performance, though brief, was memorable, a glimpse of talent that was raw, real, and filled with potential fans who caught her debut remember her energy, her spark, and her unmistakable charm on screen. But behind that smile, Izzy was living with a private battle that she had only recently begun to share publicly. The Tennessee native had long been open about her diagnosis with a neuromuscular disease, a condition that slowly weakened her legs over time. She was first diagnosed as a teenager and over the years became candid about the emotional and physical challenges that came with it. As the illness progressed, Izzy began using a wheelchair, something she approached with honesty and strength. On social media, she often shared reflections about her condition, hoping to encourage others facing similar struggles. Having to accept help and surrender to the progression of this condition has been extremely hard, she wrote in one of her final posts. You never really know what someone else is going through, so please always be kind and compassionate. That message, simple yet profound, resonated deeply with her followers, who saw in Izzy not just an actress, but a voice of empathy and resilience. Her words now serve as a lasting reminder of her outlook on life, one grounded in courage, humility, and gratitude despite pain. Born and raised in Tennessee, Izzy grew up dreaming of the stage. Acting was her escape and her passion, and even as her physical health declined, she refused to let it define her. Friends and family often described her as determined, fearless, and endlessly optimistic. A woman who never stopped pushing toward her goals. Before landing her role on 9-1-1, Nashville, Izzy worked in local theater and short independent films, always bringing heart to every performance. Casting directors who met her spoke about her unique presence, a blend of quiet strength and natural charisma that drew people in. When she finally got the call that she'd been cast in 9-1-1, Nashville, Izzy shared her excitement online, calling it a dream come true. She expressed gratitude for being part of a show that celebrates first responders, the kind of people she admired most. Her short appearance on the series premiere became a moment of pride not just for her, but for everyone who had supported her journey from small-town auditions to a national television debut. That moment takes on a deeper meaning. As news of her passing spread, tributes began pouring in across social media. Fans, co-stars, and friends all shared messages of love and remembrance. Celebrating her talent, her kindness, and her perseverance, she was light. One coworker posted, "She showed up every day with a smile, even when we knew she was in pain." Others called her an inspiration, a warrior, and the definition of strength. Though the official cause of death has not been publicly confirmed, her family has asked for privacy as they grieve, focusing instead on honoring Izzy's life and spirit. Her agency's tribute read like a love letter to the person behind the performer. Izzy was full of fire and heart, they wrote. She fought through more than most could ever imagine, and she did it with grace. We are devastated, but forever proud to have known her. It's rare for someone so young to leave such an impression, but that was the magic of Isabelle Tate. She lived openly, she dreamed boldly, and she connected deeply with those who followed her story. For fans who only discovered her recently through 9-1-1, Nashville, her death feels especially shocking, the kind of loss that reminds us how fleeting and fragile life can be. Izzy's role may have been small, but it was powerful. And for viewers who saw her, she was unforgettable. Clips from her episode are now circulating online, showing Izzy delivering her lines with confidence and humor. One moment in particular has gone viral, a scene where she playfully tells another character, "Sorry, you're blocking our view." That line now echoes like a bittersweet farewell, a flash of wit from a young actress whose light was just beginning to shine, Those who knew her personally say that the Izzy you saw on screen was exactly who she was in real life: funny, kind, and full of personality. In interviews, she often talked about her love for acting, saying it made her feel alive and limitless. Even when her body set boundaries she couldn't control, her resilience inspired many of her followers to open up about their own health journeys, turning her page into a small but meaningful community of hope and encouragement. As tributes continue, her family is reportedly planning a memorial service in her hometown. They want it to be a celebration of her life, not a somber goodbye, but a reflection of the joy she brought into the world. And that's how many will remember her, as someone who refused to let pain steal her joy. The story is also sparking important conversations in Hollywood about inclusivity and representation, especially for actors with disabilities. Many fans and advocates are calling for her legacy to be a reminder that talent knows no limits, and that diverse voices deserve to be seen and celebrated. In a time when she could have stepped back, Izzy chose to step forward, literally and figuratively. She put herself out there, on screen and online, showing that vulnerability isn't weakness, but power. Her journey was not an easy one, but it was inspiring. And though her life was tragically short, her courage will live on in every person who finds strength in her story. In one of her last posts, Izzy shared a simple reflection. "It's a beautiful day," she wrote, "and that's what we're going to do." Those words now feel like a legacy in themselves, a reminder to live fully, love deeply, and be kind, because we never truly know the battles others are fighting. Rest in peace, Isabelle Tate, a rising star gone too soon, but one whose light will keep shining.